Let's have a beautiful experience. In this video, we're going to talk about the foundation, how to naturally raise your testosterone, your human growth hormone, and make your penis bigger. It's a beautiful thing. You gotta love it. All right, before we get started here, please do me a huge favor. Please ring the bell, subscribe to the channel, of course tell some friends. Make sure you give me that Arthur Fonzarelli thumbs up like so I say hey, and of course follow me on my social media. I go by Jesus_Detroit on my Instagram, Snapchat, I'm YOUNGDAYGO. And that's right, we're talking about the foundation of growth, because you know what we're all about here in the BCC, the Big Cock Consciousness, the Big Cock Collective, where I help you manifest a bigger, wider, thicker, longer, stronger, and harder penis, help you naturally raise your HGH and your testosterone. I'm a spiritual guide and a mentor here to expand your mind and increase your size. So without further ado, I'm here to tell you about the foundations. And yes, man, I'm here to help you with the manifestation of, muscle and naturally raising your testosterone, and of course, having that huge piece of meat, swinging at the knees, throbbing to the pecs, making you your best. When we're talking about the foundation, essentially what it all comes down to is, people call it you can have whatever lifts or whatever building blocks or whatever material that it all comes down to. But for me, what it really is flex ability, because you got to stretch to flex. So go ahead and write that down. And I know there's so many different ways and how people are going to tell you what's right or wrong. Like I say, there's essentially there's two-way street, three-way street, four-way, five-way, multiple different ways that you can go to grow. And when we're talking about the flexibility to help you really manifest the best, have a bigger have a more massive piece of meat, when we're talking about jelqing, that's a technique where you're stretching out your penis. And, it's pretty much, just rolling it out, for the most part. Of course, these techniques can be taught more hands-on in the BCC. I can, really break it down to you in-depth detail to help you, really experience the growth, to help you flow. But what we're talking about here is essentially like the jelqing is something that you're stretching out your penis. And the edging is when you're flexing your penis, when you're really making it grow. And that's essentially what puts everything into perspective. That's what's going to help you take something that was stretched out to, blow it up. And that's really what it comes down to. And these are the techniques that I utilize daily. And I'm just coming back from the gym myself, man. I just got to have me some tuna, had me a couple beers, so I'm feeling beautiful. You know how that goes. And every single day, you know the sound, you might as well get this going, because we got to get growing. Every single day before my feet hit the ground, go ahead and take this breath with me. I got a shot today. I feel beautiful, because gratitude is the attitude. You got to have that gratitude flow to be in that receptive mode to let you know that you're happy to be alive. And what do you got a shot at? A shot at life, man. And it's a beautiful thing. And you got to really appreciate what you got. But when we're talking about stretching out your meat and having you put the blood into it to hold it to the biggest maximum, Maximus Meridius Decimus, Father, oh my God, are you not entertained? I was about to try to do his lines right there, like father to a murdered son, husband to a murdered wife, and I will get my vengeance in this life or the next. All right, are you not entertained? I had to throw that at you. As you know me, I'm always, I'm a huge movie buff, and the smile is divine. It's made inside the mind. And any single time that you're getting yourself to smile, you're at your best light, just holding you back to the source of essentially what we really came from, that energy that really brought us here. Like I say, man, we were all essentially born from excitement anyways. Whoever was having sex to make you was excited to do it, or, however you came in here, if they were signing paperwork to make you, man, they were excited when it was going on. So you can never discredit that. And the fact of that, you got to just have this happy moment to let you know you're alive. And you know what? Let's get a quick pump going, because we're talking about the foundation of growing. And when we're talking about getting a quick, juicy pump in, we're talking about the mind and muscle connection. And that essentially is the, you know, that's the foundation of really being able to help yourself grow. Whether it's your muscles or your penis, you got to know how to put the blood into the muscle. You got to know how to grow. And Paramahansa Yogananda is the one that brought yoga to the West, wrote right in that book, The Autobiography of a Yogi. Love to preach it a lot. Steve Jobs intends on us to read this book, and he's the one that says the people that believe they're crazy enough to change the world are the ones that do. And for that, that is a beautiful inspiration. And when we're talking about muscle manifestation, we can go ahead and start saying some beautiful mantras along the way to really help you pump it out. And like the ones I like to say throughout the day is I am, you know, I am, all right, let's get it going. I am so happy and grateful that my huge, beautiful muscles are growing bigger, harder, stronger, more defined, abundantly. I am so happy and grateful for the penis, that my huge, beautiful penis is growing bigger, wider, thicker, longer, stronger, and harder, abundantly. And then, of course, I am magic, I am divine, and the universe is on my side. But you really gotta get that one last rep out, and you really want to connect it and just let yourself know how magic and divine you are. You go ahead and you channel the gods within, and you scream and you shout, or at least feel it when you do it, because you're gonna feel the grow and just really explode. And go ahead and scream and shout, I am magic, I am divine, and I can increase my size. Oh yeah, getting 2020, let's grow, getting huge. It's a beautiful thing, man. How you doing, C? Yeah, you got my cat here. But that's a real pump, that's a real flow, that's a real grow. And you gotta love it, man. Just coming back from the gym, of course, holding my accountability, gotta get this in. And you can count on me waiting for you in the parking lot. That's right, Mr. Larson. I say salute. Oh yeah. As you see, I got the lemons in there, you know. It's a beautiful thing. Drinking that Rocky Mountain water, or Rocky Mountain beer with some lemons in it, because it's really high vibe. And I only drink lemon water because it raises my vibration and it really grounds me. And I'm only drinking alkaline water. It's like, all right, you know, to each their own, all right? I'm not discrediting the magic in that, but the way I look at it is, you know, the holistic rabbit hole of you gotta drink more water, you gotta drink alkaline water. No, you gotta have the Ketogen, whatever water, I remember that this place in San Diego, they had, I don't know the name of it, but we called it Shang Tsung water just because the guy that played Shang Tsung, or at least allegedly his picture was up in the place in OB, and they said that he gets the fancy water. And that kind of like made you go, well, if Shang Tsung's drinking it, it must be good, right? So, visit me. When we're talking about the whole holistic rabbit hole of you got to have more water in your system and this and that, I always say it's whatever you're letting yourself believe in here. Because essentially, you know, the people that are like, well, we're all water anyways. I mean, we're like 90% water and you got to have more water. And I'm like, to me, it's like, you know, a swimming pool's full of water too. I mean, you know, how much water are you going to put into it? It's going to eventually flood out and you're going to be going to the bathroom or sweating or bloating or whatever. And that's just the way I look at it, because I feel that food, beer, you get water every which way that you go. It's not like we're living in the desert. And even if you are, or if we were at a specific time in life, your body's designed to obviously have a lot of water. So this whole drink more water, I don't, you know, it's not I don't believe in it, you know what I mean? And like I said, to each their own. And, you know, all truths are true. You just got to find the ones to make you, you. So what's right for me and right for you are like, you know, it's essentially what you're letting believe. Which is why I say if you want beauty to appear, you got to keep this clear. You got to be a clear conduit for growth. So just be, you know, believe in what you do. And that's essentially what it all comes down to. Like Rocky Balboa says, no, it's real unless you believe in yourself. And when you're going with that, I mean, you're understanding that your mind is the wielder and the blueprint that's putting this whole practice of life into action. I mean, you're the one that's telling yourself, you know, why you're going throughout the day and you're feeling a certain way. And the mode that you're in is attracting the thoughts to you anyways. And I'm always, you know, I love to talk about this because I entertain that all thoughts are things. And I believe that we have the ability to change the station that we are tuned in. And I feel that if you're ever having a negative thought, you need to, you know, really take a couple steps back, evaluate, and be like, are these really my thoughts? And I mean, that's really what you got to do with it. And when you're in that situation, you're like letting yourself know, like, okay, like, you know, like you're to be thinking negatively all day, unless you're that kind of person, that's just the way that you float. Totally understanding. But when we're talking about, most of this is ego anyways, and like, you know, like they say, the ego means edging God out, and what that really means is letting, you know, taking yourself away from the source energy, or, you know, the connectivity that we all have with one another. Is everybody's got to, you know, like I said, wrap themselves into a category, even with their horoscope, or with their, you know, what your ethnic background is, and your family, or your friends, or what kind of, you know, sports teams that you're in. It all, at the end of the day, we're all connected one way or another. And if you're getting lost in the whole facade of, you know, you're just the group, I mean, I think you should, you know, evaluate that. And that's something that you should really think about, because, you know, what it all comes down to is love. And, you know, love doesn't see a color, a shade, a race, a sport. It doesn't matter. Love is real. Love is energy. Love is feel. And when we're talking about this, you know me, I got to get that heart pumping, because it's one of the most powerful chakras that we got of all. And Huey Lou didn't lie. The power of love is real. And you know me, I'm always talking about the chakra system. Got the, you know, third eye roaring back there, dripping that DMT. Joe Rogan, you know, producing that HGH, always in the dreams. And like I say, every time that, you know, you're out there and somebody just comes across your mind, if you're in the gym, if you're at the DMV, if you're at the grocery store, if you're in traffic and somebody's just staring at you or whatever, instead of having a good, bad, or neutral thought about it, just intend on that soul to have a beautiful day, to feel love in some kind of way, and you go along your day. You just hacked the matrix. You just made the world a better place. You're changing the dimensions of everything around by rearranging your perspective. And essentially, you know, who knows if, you know, what it really is anyways, but when you do this, you're going to feel beautiful, because like I say, the universe is a mirror, and not just me that says the universe is a mirror. And when you start loving yourself, you know, you're really loving everybody else. And when you start sending love out there, you're sending the love right back here. And that's the yin and the yang. That's the flow. You know me, always doing the Wu Wave flow, the Tao practice, path of least resistance. You know, just kind of just going with the flow of the day. No particular order, just kind of just letting it come as it goes, and really just being able to enjoy the ride. You know, the more you smile throughout the day, the better day you're gonna have. Don't forget that. Which is why I say, if you got to look at a couple comedians on your phone and all these holistic gurus, you know, it's like, look, you know, sometimes looking at a big booty, a wolf, and, you know, a spiritual quote can make somebody feel beautiful. And if it's doing that, if it's making you do this, it's doing something right. But if you're going to sit there with your thoughts and just be like, I just really be on my phone right now, I mean, what good is that going to do? But like I said, man, if the phone's taking you away from the source of what we are, that's no good for nobody. But I'm just saying, you could, you know, essentially use this device to educate yourself and raise up your vibe, instead of just sitting there and just being stuck in, you know, like just listening to like, yep, the world's ended, man. We got 5G scanners, we got fluoride. You know, it's like I said, you got a little holistic people with the. We're gonna go ahead and give you a quick backtrack to what we were talking about earlier with the whole, you know, I only drink alkaline water and the Shing Sun water. We're talking about it's all got fluoride in it anyway, so. Go ahead and drink the fluoride, drink the barium, chew the aspartame. You can't beat us all. And like I said, I had to get you with a quick Alex Jones. Just because anytime that you say anything that sounds chemical and you put anything, you could read the back of a macaroni and cheese and read the ingredients in Alex Jones' voice, and it's just going to make it sound horrible. Enriched folic acid, flour, macaroni, cheese. I don't know what I'm going with this, but you know what I'm saying. What it all comes down to regardless of whatever, you know, belief that you have. And a lot of people can believe that this is a matrix or some type of experience, that we're all connected at one level or another, esoteric sense, whatever you want to wrap on this. But, you know, if you can entertain the idea that this is all a collective dream, and, you know, why are you going to get lost into all these facades of, you got barium and aluminum, you got chemtrails, like, why are you going to go down that rabbit hole? Like, I feel that you're giving power to things that may or may not necessarily be, you know, there. And I feel that the more energy and the more you put thought behind something, the more that it grows. And that song that, you know, that Sam Elliott song, or the, you know, I'm closing in my ears like a kid, 'cause your words mean nothing. I go la, la, la. I know I might have just hurt your ears real quick, but, you know, I'm sorry, man, but to say it in my speaking voice, the la 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 la. Anyways, like the story, some Asian proverb, like, or watch the video, and the kid's got like a sharp a lion dog. I can't think of it right now. Chow, and he's going to the temple or whatever, and I guess somehow the story is like, if you're saying la la la, you can't let in the negative energy or whatever. So with that being said, like when you got, you know, somebody on TV that's saying something negative that doesn't resonate with you, sometimes the la 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 is what you got to do. And I know it's not necessarily you want to walk through life like that, just screaming la 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 la, but I mean essentially all you're doing is not letting it in, because when you don't let it in, you're killing the thought, and that's something to think about. I mean, that really gives you the whole profound, you know, magic to this place, because if you're letting the thought control you, I mean, you got to decide who's more powerful, you or the thought. And if you're thinking that you know, this world's all, you know, falling apart, and you want to get behind whatever, I mean, that's all on you. And I feel that you have the right to your own beliefs, your own destiny. And if you feel that you're saving somebody for fighting whatever, then you go ahead and you stand up for whatever you got to do. But for me, I feel that the best thing you can do is smile today. And whenever you're making somebody else smile, you're doing something right. And if you're going to go ahead and go down this whole, you know, holistic, whatever, of just, you know, like I said, essentially people are all tuned to certain things anyways, and to change everybody, it really starts with one body. It starts with you. Just like Neo, man, he was the one in the Matrix, and whoever's waking up to whatever message that you're getting out of this, that's the one that you're perceiving, the one that you're receiving. That's really what it all comes down to. And, you know, we're talking about, you know, I'm going to get back into the whole foundation of growth, what we're talking about. And like I said, flexibility to me is key of it all. And when you look, like, this is why I think that female bodybuilders have an edge over guys that work out. And I feel like that's why they get the best results, is because, for one thing, when we're talking about mind-muscle connection, you're connected to your body if you can flex. I mean, think about that. So if the fact that, you know, like out of 10 girls, it seems like 8 of them can do the splits. And I know that's probably like the numbers, like I said, you can't put the numbers on everybody, but I mean, it's up there. It's like, you can see, how about this? Out of 10 obese women, I feel that probably at least 6 of them can do the splits. And that may or may not be true, but I mean, I feel that if you find 10 obese guys, maybe 1 or 2 is gonna, maybe 1 was gonna be able to just drop into the splits, because that's gonna be like, you know, it's gonna be a special person that's gonna be able to just do that. And even when you're like, even like, you know, guys that aren't obese, how many of them can do the splits? Like, so 10 fitness guys, how many of them are doing the splits? All I'm saying is, you know, working on flexibility is what's really going to help you grow. And you got guys like Jean-Claude Van Damme, you know, one of my inspirations to, you know, wanting to do the, you know, intending on making my splits better. And I feel that the more flexibility that you got, the more your muscles can grow. And that's just my flow. And that's why I feel like the whole joking philosophy, you know, really stretching your penis out and then edging to really get the blood into it, I feel like that is kind of like the foundation of what's going to help you with your big penis manifestation and your huge muscle manifestation. But the key is letting this mind know that you grow. You got to believe what you are. You got to understand that we were all from the stars, and whatever's inside that's running these beautiful avatars, you got the magic to increase your size. You got the magic to, you know, harness the divine. We can talk to, we got Hercules, we we got Priapus, we got Zeus, we got everything that we need all right here. And when you're talking about, like, I got the pituitary gland right there that, you know, science can tell you that, you know, it produces HGH or whatever. Like I say, I don't discredit science, but I don't discredit magic. And when you're really able to tap into this, like I say, before you go to sleep and you're dreaming, I feel like if you're dreaming and you're dripping that DMT, Joe Rogan had to get a double take. But what we're talking about is if you're dripping that, if you're producing that growth hormone, that's something to let you know that you're growing, and that's a beautiful thing. And when we're talking about being able to harness that type of energy to build your body, I mean, this is what it all comes down to. And like then we're talking about the Kundalini energy is something where it goes all up the chakra system. I mean, that third eye is, you know, that's where it all, you know, that's where growth comes from. So with that, I feel like I can keep rambling like a monkey in a tree. Oh yeah, Forrest Gump analogy, you know me. Hope, you know, I intend on you guys to feel some love today, spread some love today. Intend on you guys to grow. Let's be the giants that we are, man. We're talking heads in the clouds because we're huge. Have that huge piece of meat swinging at the knees, drop to the pecs, give it a kiss. How you doing? We ain't worried about the little gremlins at your feet because we, you know, ain't gonna stomp on your best friend's house or whatever because we're huge. We're up here, we're just spreading love, we are keeping it clear, we are all beauty, we are magic, we are divine, we can increase our size, the universe is on our side, and that's something you should say along the day. Every single way that you should remember is, you know, it's all going to work out for you one way or another, and you really got to believe that. The more you believe that, the more you let the magic in. Miracles happen daily. I'm open for a miracle every single day. I'm open for you to have a miracle. I'm open to it all. So you guys are beautiful. I love you guys. Make sure you guys are getting at me on my social media. Like I said, check out my Can't See, taking care of the neighborhood. A couple Pekingeses, my wolf and my bear always there. A couple cameos. I'm feeling some traveling is coming this year. It's going to be a super lit year. I feel beautiful things are coming. I intend on you guys to feel beautiful today and spread some love. So I'll be seeing you around. You guys are beautiful. Peace.